So now today we have new members to observe 8 precepts, right? So I see that, and should I give 5 precepts too? Start with 8 precepts, right? Yeah. Then, especially young ones, that well, what do you know about precepts? Do you think that it is important? Hmm? Mhm. Why? Yeah. And you know what? When we drive, if there are no the traffic rules and all that, what would have happened? If everyone lets me drive the way that I want, then each one of will go here and there and everywhere, right? We have to bring ourselves into some kind of common core, right? Common, set of principles that we agree. But basically, all these precepts have one particular underlying principle, right? Is no causing harm to oneself and no causing harm to the others, right? That's the basic principle, right? When we look at all the precepts, we have to remember only one thing. Is this causing any harm to myself? Is this causing any harm to others? So that's the basic guiding principle for all. If someone asks you, well, I think yesterday one of our young members, he was nicely reciting the stanza, Sabba Papasa Karanang, Kusalasa Upasampada, Sachitta Paryodapanang, Etam Buddhan Sasana. Where did I get it, right? Do you remember this one? Right? It's the Buddha's basic teachings. But not to do evil or unwholesome or any harmful things. Kusalasa upasampada, to do good, right? Always to improve doing good. And sachitta paryodapana, clearing your mind, cleaning your mind, right? Mind get cluttered with all these. It's like during the fall, all these leaves are coming down, and then all the roads are covered with that, and it's hard to walk, right? So the same way that it doesn't it's not that we intentionally try to impure it, but those things are coming in. Some foreign objects, foreign things are coming in, and then we become we have to clean. So every day we clean our yard, clean our veranda, clean our room. The same way. Brush our teeth, wash our face, right? It's cleaning, right? So the cleansing is very, very important. So that's a sachitta pariyodapana. If you clean your mind well, then you can easily clean all the others, right? That is the teaching of the Buddha. So these are the the basic things. So in this 8, we are going to observe 8 precepts, which is somewhat little different from your regular 5 precepts. 5 precepts, um, the beyond 5 precepts, where here we find, instead of kamesu miccachara veramani, I take the precept to abstain from incelibacy, right? And then we have number 6, I take the precept to abstain from eating at improper times. And then I take the precept to abstain from dancing, singing, music, and visiting unseemly shows. Then then also to abstain from wearing garlands, using perfume, and beautifying with cosmetics. And then I take the precept to abstain from using high and luxurious seats. It is just to make our life simple, and not to worry about extravagance, additional things, all those. Well, uh, just to be satisfied with the basic needs, rather than the other, looking for other things. But it is not, sometimes we think that, oh, are we supposed to do it for every day? No. You do it once a month, just to take a break from. Right? In your day-to-day regular life, you need those. Beauty, the beauty is part of it. It's outside beauty, and also it's more important to have inner beauty, right? First, and then inner beauty will reflect on our outside. That, but then we need little cosmetics, not not too much, right? Yeah. Really, it's the case, right? That in beauty business, or in this cosmetics, we have new surgeries, all those things. But if we maintain our health well, and wellness, that will keep us in good shape. And then, we do here and there a few touch-ups, and you look great, right? So those are the things that that we want to share, because sometimes our young members would wonder, why do we have to observe all these things? We don't. These days we don't garland ourselves unless you go to Hawaii, right? But those the olden days, that was the case. So they used to do all these things. But it's more cultural. But instead of garlands, you have a necklace, pendant, all those things, earrings, right? Ear studs, all these. Yeah, that, well, you can see that some people just want to uh, express themselves and their individuality, what they prefer, what they represent, right? Some people have tattoos, right? So all these are there. So this just uh, an introduction about the 8 precepts, so that now it is time for us to observe those precepts in the traditional way, using the Pali language. So please recite Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa 3 times, then repeat after me. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tisarana gamaṇaṃ sampunnaṃ, Pānātipātā vēramaṇī sikkhapaдаṃ samādhiyāmi, Adinādānā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi, Abrahmacarya vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi, Musāvādā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi, Surāmēraya majjapamādaṭṭhānā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi, Vikāla bhojanā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi, Nachcha gīta vādita visūka dassana mālā gandha vilēpana dhārana mandana vibhūsanaṭṭhānā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi, Uccāsayana mahāsayana vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi, Tisaranena saddhiṃ aṭṭhaṃga uposata sīlaṃ dhammaṃ sādhukaṃ surakkhitāṃ kattvā appamādena sampādetha. So having observed 8 precepts, now we are going to make all these offerings formally offered to the Buddha. Buddha, now we took the refuge in the Buddha and his teachings and his disciple community. That the Buddha, even though the word we use refuge, it doesn't mean that Buddha is all going to save us. Buddha is going to tell us how to save ourselves, right? Then that is what Buddha did and his duty. He said that he cannot take anyone to anywhere. That for liberation we have to do our work, but he can guide you. Akkhataro tathagata. He shows the path. He shows the way. We have to walk there, right? Then also his teachings, even though he is not here physically, but his teachings, he said that after me, the teachings that I have taught will be your teacher, a guide, right? That's there. We have all the Buddha's teachings, and then Buddha's disciple community who follow it. That disciple community, we call them Sangha. Sangha, yesterday I explained to you that originally when we look at the disciple community, all monks, nuns, male lay members, female lay members, all four are included in the Buddha's disciple community, and then their goal is to be like the Buddha, right? We want to be like the Buddha. Then the Buddha, but this, when you look at the monks and nuns, you can see them like the shaved head, and then wearing the robes, using the olden days always they carried alms bowl and some requisites. That's the external appearance of them. Internally, they were supposed to practice observe virtues such as that we just recited and accepted to follow. Those are also guidelines. It's not something forced upon anyone. You see that Veramani Sikha Padang Samadhyami, right? We say that I take the precept. I take the precept to abstain from killing. It's not that, okay, you shouldn't kill, right, or anything. I take the precept. I accept it. That's the responsibility is mine. I choose it. And I have a choice to do it. Then that is how this disciple community is developed from the bhikkhus and bhikkhunis. We see we take refuge in the bhikkhu. Tathagatang ahang bhavan gotamang saranang gacchami, bhagavantang gotamang saranang gacchami, dhammancha bhikkhu sangancha, right? Then dhamma and bhikkhu sangha. Then for all this, we have a great reverence towards the Buddha. That's part of it. And at the same time, when we look at the Buddha, and also when we do all these offerings, what happens inside us? People, some people think that when you offer the Buddha something, that Buddha is coming to give you this blessing, that blessing. But the blessing comes within you when you keep your mind pure from greed, anger, deluded state of mind. So then it becomes very strong mind, and then you can do your job excellent. That this is what we call the Buddha Anusati, remembrance of the qualities of the Buddha. When we do all these the recitations, to the Buddha, there we find that always okay, the Arahang Samma Sambuddho Vijja Charana Sampanno. It's Arahang is the one who destroyed all defilements, all kilesas, all cankers. Then Samma Sambuddho, the one who knew what he needed to know. And then the one who had very pleasant, peaceful words. It's just one meaning I get. And the one who knew about the world. And the one who trained human beings and also devas, so the deities. Then also also the teacher of gods and humans. And then the Buddha means one who realized, one who uh, realized and explained the Four Noble Truths. And then the next one, Bhagava, means who is qualified to get all the offerings offered by the others, one meaning. The other meaning is one who destroyed the greed, one who destroyed the anger, hate, one who destroyed delusion. So those are the 9 qualities of the Buddha. Basically, when we do all these traditional uh, chantings or the recitations towards doing as a devotion to the Buddha, we do it with that intention in our mind. Not about and whatever we bow or I saw me that 3 times standing up and kneeling down and bowing. It doesn't mean anything to the Buddha, right? But it means a lot to myself. Physically, I get more more flexibility and all that. Also, that it gives me the idea that with my body, speech, and mind, I bow to the Buddha. That's it's my not only my body, not only my the mind, not only my words. So that's what it means to individuals that we do when we do it. So it's very important for us to do that, and also you see that when we light oil lamps or candles, that light symbolizes what? The wisdom of the Buddha. And practically, light is to take away the darkness, right? It's a symbol that when we light a candle, it takes away the darkness. So, in the darkness in us is the delusion, moha andhakara. We say that moha andhakara, right? Moha andhakara, the delusion, which is the darkness in us. And then we offer this candlelight to the Buddha, who gave the teachings for us to expel, take away that delusion in us. Then when we offer the flowers, we offer it's in with respect, right? We say vanna gandha gunopetang tankusuma santim pujayami munindasa siripada sarorye. The most venerable sir, I keep all these at your feet, all these beautiful and fragrant flowers at your feet, right? So it's out of reverence. And when we offer incense, Gandha Sambhara Yuttena, Dupena Hansugandhina, Puja Pujaniyantam, Puja Bhajana Muttama. With these, the incense or joss sticks, we are offering this to for the one. You have in you there is a special fragrance of your virtue. So we are offering this to you, the Venerable Sir, right? Then the water or any other offerings. Then we say Sabbang Saddhaya Pujitang. Everything that we have offered with devotion to you. So because that we are pleased with what you taught, the way that you carried everything, carried yourself and presented yourself into the world. So we offer everything that is there to be offered. So that's the meaning of all this, but also we recite the qualities of the Dhamma, the teachings, qualities of the Sangha. But I just emphasized all the main things, that is the qualities of the Buddha mostly. Then this is just before we do offer all these offerings. So with keep in our mind all these thoughts. The Buddha, as I said, that he attained enlightenment, just one quality, and also he preached the way how to attain that enlightenment. So these just few things in our mind always we keep, and then what happens when we bring all these positive thoughts, then negative thoughts don't get a chance to stay. Those will pushed away, right? When we fill our mind with positive thoughts, all these negative thoughts just pushed away. So this is very beneficial for us. This is called Buddhanusati Bhavana, meditation on the remembrance of the qualities of the Buddha. So let us get into that in the traditional way. Say sadhu, 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 sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarathi sattha deva manussanang buddho bhagavati. Swakhato bhagavata dhammo sanditthiko akaliko ehi passiko paccatang veditabbo viññūhiti supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho ujupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ñāya patipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho sāmīci patipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho yadidang cattari purisa yugani atta purisa puggala esa bhagavato sāvaka sangho āhuneyyo pāhuneyyo Dakhineyo anjali karaniyo anuttarang puññakhettang lokassati vandami cetiyang sabbang sabbatani supatittitang saririka dhatu mahabodhing buddha rupang sakalang sada Yassa mule nisinnova sabbari vijayang aka patto sabbanyutang sattha vande tang bodhi ime te mahabodhi lokanatena pujita ahampi te namassami bodhi raja namassute Ghanasarappadittena dīpena tamadhangsina tiloka dīpang sambuddhang tamonudang vannagandha gunopetang etang kusuma santating pujayami munindassa siripada saroruhe Sugandhikaya vadanang ananta guna gandhinang sugandhinahang gandhena Pujayami tathagatang adhivasetu no bhante paniyang pitang anukampang upadaya patigannatu uttama adhivasetu no bhante sabbang saddhaya pujitang anukampang upadaya patigannatu uttama Kayena vaca cittena pamadena maya katang acchayang kamami bhante bhuri panya tathagata acchayang kamami dhamma sanditthika akalika acchayang kamami sangha supatipanna anuttara. Now we have offered all these offerings to the Buddha. The quality or the wholesome action that we created at this moment for our benefit, that we have cleared our mind from all the defiled states, and then we acquired a lot of positive thoughts, that positive energies. May these positive energies that we called merits be a blessing for us, and may these blessings be here for whole day, for us to keep on doing all these good things that we have planned to do for the day retreat here at this temple. And also may the members of the Buddhist Sangha, including Venerable Vajrabuddhi, Vajrabodhi, Nayaka Thero, and also Venerable Piyananda, and all the members, all the sponsors of all these meritorious acts, may they be well and happy with the blessings of all these merits. May all the departed relatives, friends, share these merits and gain all the riches in their lives that they need. And also may all the guardian angels and deities rejoice these meritorious acts, enhance their riches, and bless all of you, all of us. May all these wholesome actions be part of our journey to end suffering and attain liberation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That's next part is the, as far as I remember, I don't have the copy. Do you have the copy of the program? I already had it opened here. Yeah, yeah. It's next the meditation, right? Yes, next the meditation. That what do you understand as meditation? Any one of our young members can help us with that? Yeah, for you, what does it mean to meditate? Yes? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Yeah. So today, well, it's a very good. Well, you mentioned something about focus, right? We always need that skill developed to focus our attention on something, not anything, on a very positive object, right? or neutral object. That's one thing. I like to share a story that goes with our some of our topics that we wanted to discuss. That our the friends, some of our friends mentioned that we take that the about the clearing our mind from all these the the negativities, right? That when you talk about this second stanza in the Dhammapada and first stanza both, positive and negative aspects, that the mind precedes all mental states. Mind is their chief. They are all mind wrought. If with a pure mind a person speaks or acts, happiness follows him like his never departing shadow. Right? We need to make we have to develop all the positive aspects in our behavior patterns, but start with mind. When we train our mind, mind will carry our body and our verbal behavior, that is our words, into that positivity. If not, if our mind is impure, then even though we try our best to just keep ourselves okay, I'm very pleasant, friendly, and all that, then all this is not really communicating well to the others. Even when we go to school or when we go to work, when we communicate with others, if something bothering in us, then actually it will come out naturally, normally. We look very dull and very depressed, and then a friend would ask, "What is wrong with you?" Right? That's because our innermost mind is reflected on our face, our behavior, and also we easily get angry. We easily get like even just one word, one slight wrong word will kind of flare up everything and completely destroy everything, and it becomes a disaster. But if we are inside strong, then outside will naturally be better. Right? That's the idea of positive thinking in the Buddhist teachings. Then the also that this number 1 and number 2 verses in Dhammapada, we all need to keep in mind all the time. And also, it's not about learning. We tend to think that our learning is connected only with the brain. We consider brain is the where our mind always stays. But really, mind stays everywhere in the body. It's not in just one place. Also, in some of the modern thinkings, that we tend to consider that the human beings are just like above head beings. Sorry, above neck beings. That below neck we just put maybe a stick and just stand the head there, and we think that just by pouring information again and again, we can transform people. It is important to get knowledge from someone else, some other source. Maybe, well, it's hard, or it's a waste of time to just try to do everything by ourselves as Buddha did. But since Buddha already did most of the groundwork and difficult part, now he has shown us this path. Well, we can try it and test it and then see the results. Then we can continue on the path. But especially, you don't have to just follow blindly. We just, even though what Buddha, we say that okay, the Buddha, because Buddha said it's going to work. Of course, at the beginning, it is it's right there. It should come from someone else, and then here we look at the CV of the Buddha, right? Or resume of the Buddha, and say that okay, he did all these things, and then having done that, then we just take his word and then try by ourselves, and then when we see the results, even well, after some time, then if the results are not coming, then we just check back, reflect on our own way. Did we do it right? And then if we have to readjust the treatment course, then we readjust and revise, and then follow the path, and then we see results. If we see results, according to those results, we keep on going on the path. So that's as practitioners of the teachings of the Buddha, what we do. Then, so just just one example I am taking from the Dhammapada itself. If you have the Dhammapada, please check it. That in Dhammapada, it is the 282, 282. Well, there are in the Dhammapada there are 423 verses, and then if you go to the 282, there you find this gatha. Yoga ve jayati bhuri ayoga bhuri sankhayo etang dvedha pathang nyatva bhavaya vibhavaya cha tatathang nivesaya tatathanang nivesaya yata bhuri pavaddati. So it's the verily from meditation arises wisdom. Without meditation, wisdom wanes. Knowing the twofold paths, path of gain and loss, let one so conduct oneself that wisdom may increase. This is say yoga ve jayate bhuri. That the meditation, with meditation, our wisdom arises. That is coming from very interesting background. There was this monk called Potila. He learned everything that Buddha said. He had that opportunity to listen to the Buddha and learn. Well, at the Buddha, he was a walking library of the teachings of the Buddha. But Buddha always said, oh, useless Potila, here comes useless Potila. Oh, here goes useless Potila. Then this Venerable Potila thought, why is this? That, well, I have learned so much of the teachings, but Buddha calls me useless. Then, even though he was not practicing, he was very satisfied with the knowledge, and probably he was marveling with that. Okay, I know it, and I am better than the others. So that is the end. So there is no further effort needed for practice. He didn't go there because he was very satisfied. Probably he was invited by so many people. Okay, Venerable Potila, come and teach us. So he become his naturally his ego is always getting bigger and bigger when you like put more helium right into it and the like a balloon. Then but Buddha, what he did was he was using this word useless potila to put a balloon and put a pin on the balloon, right? then to then the balloon comes into back into its nature. Then the Potila, Venerable Potila was thinking, okay, oh, this is the reason Buddha calls me useless. So I should go and uh, attain magga or phala more or attain enlightenment. So that he was probably he was thinking that okay, since I know all these things, I will get it maybe within couple of days and come back, right? Well, I don't read it in that story, but in another story about that in a monk in Sri Lanka had the same experience. He was thinking that way. The second one. Then this Potila went to a remote monastery where there were arahants living. Then all the arahants were there. Then when Potila came, and then he went to the older, the most senior monk, and said, "Venerable, please show me the way to meditate and then attain enlightenment." The monk said that, well, I have no time. Well, but you are the people who know all those things, not like us. You know. Then said, well, I don't have time. Okay, go to the next one. Go to the next one. Everyone kind of pushed him down to the most junior monk. There was this young junior monk. He was stitching his robe sitting under a tree. He was. Story says that he was 7 years old, young monk, but was an arahant, enlightened monk. Well, is there any age limit that you can become enlightened or not become enlightened, right? There is no, right? So this young monk, then when Potila, Venerable Potila approached this young monk, then young monk, well, he asked that, well, young monk knew this Venerable Potila is coming with this great knowledge, and well, he had to test. Has he come down to the grounds, stepping on the grounds, down to earth? Then he just asked, okay, well, Venerable, I am very young monk, I am very junior. but you know all these the teachings of the Buddha by heart. So why are you coming to me? Then he said, well, but you know, he was kneeling down and bowing. Please, please, show me how to meditate. And then he said, okay, do you do what I ask you to do? Yes, of course. Anything that you ask me, I will do it. Then he said, okay, if I ask you to just jump into the fire, will you do it? Yes, of course. Okay, no, you don't have to jump into the fire. But you are wearing all these robes and having the arms ball on your shoulder, the hanging on the shoulder, and then, okay, you see this, this water hole? Go inside the water hole with all these robes. So Venerable Potila, very humbly, slowly, he was walking into this pond, and well, he was ready to go and take a dip into the water, as this young monk said. But Venerable Potila thought that that's the way to meditation, probably, right? Then when this Venerable Potila stepped into the pond, well, when he barely touched the water, the young monk, okay, asked him to come back. And then I don't know. This is well, when I read this, were there any bullies during the time of the Buddha? Right? Right? Way back they started, right? Then the young monk knew now he has come down to earth. So he's ready to get the teachings. And then he said, okay, you don't have to do anything. Just very barely this simple method. Just think, well, there is, the hunter running after iguana. Okay, then iguana goes inside an ant hill with 6 holes, 6 entrances. And then to get the iguana out, then you have to watch which hole, which entrance he is coming out. So you block 5 and just keep 1 open and then watch that. That's a nice story, right? Then what he said was, okay, you have your body and mind, then there you have all your eyes, ears, nose, mouth or the tongue, body and mind. Close the first 5. What? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body. It's not closing means not covering the body with the robe, right? It's with this always we are communicating with eyes, ears, nose, tongue. We communicate with something, with some object, right? When I see something, then I take it as good or bad or anything, and then start continuing that I am not. Then the young monk asked this, okay, 5 senses. that whenever these five senses are open, and always just we are following what happens, and then we go on with nice stories in another way. And instead, cover all these. Don't let those just, it is not just closing your eyes, just blocking your ears, or just uh, putting stoppers into the nose or anything. Just watch watch the only the contact with the object from with the each sense. The eye with the form or something that you see, then that any object that you see, there, well, just stay there as seeing. And when you hear something, just stay there as hearing. Not what I am hearing. Or it is music, it is AC noise, or it's a bird. Or then if what happens is that if I start doing that, okay, there is the moving traffic, I hear, okay, that car, or this car, this must be this. Maybe this is a Toyota, and then okay, I had a Toyota, and then okay, my friend has one, this color, that color, okay, we went somewhere. Whole this long story is connected with this. Moment we follow what we hear, instead of following it, we just stop there. Hearing. The nose, the same. Some may be fragrance, some may be stench. Well, will that ignite a whole memory, lot of storage in us. So instead, we just stop there. Smell. Taste. And body touch. No beyond that. And the mind, you have to just watch the mind. And mind is what? We learned mind precedes all mental states. Mind is their chief. They are all mind wrought. If with an impure mind a person speaks or acts, suffering follows him like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Mind precedes all mental states. Mind is their chief. They are all mind wrought. If with a pure mind a person speaks or acts, happiness follows him like his never departing shadow. See that these similes. Just probably our young ones haven't seen those the ox-driven carts, right? Bull-driven carts. But we have seen all these. Maybe the pickup trucks. With trailers, right? Trailer always follows the truck, right? So the same way that it's a heavy burden. I just took this example because it's heavy. But it's like the shadow follows us is very light and pleasant and not any burden for us, right? At least sometimes we like the shadow. Sometimes when we are alone, our shadow is the only one with us, right? So anyway, this just watch the mind. When you watch the mind, that with impure thoughts, then we can see that, okay, impure thought, lustful thought, greed is there, or angry thought. Anything that comes, just watch, just observe. That's what Potila Hamudro got from 7-year-old Arahant. I think we all can learn from that 7-year-old Arahant, right? So that is only that I wanted to share. Well, by the end we can talk about this Gatha stanza, what it means. I just gave the meaning of that, but only one line is enough. Yoga ve jayate bhuri. Just by meditating, we gain wisdom, right? So keep that in mind. Then we go into the meditation, and many of you remember what I did yesterday, because now when we started around 8:30, 8:35, now it is 9:50. How many minutes have we been sitting? Huh? Ishara, how long have you been sitting? Not too long, right? Huh? Uh, that well, we have been sitting over 1 hour and about 20 minutes, right? And so, yeah, it's that means. How do you feel that the about your lower limbs, hips, and some parts of your body are stiff, right? And always needs adjustments. So that the word yoga, when I look at the word yoga, well, when many people watch the yoga, there we find, well, many people will think, oh, yoga means what? Uh, Poses, doing yogic poses. But the word yoga uh, is uh, is to harness two together. The word you have listened to the word called YOK, yoke, right? Yoke and yoga, it's coming from original root called yuj. The same Sanskrit yuj and also Germanic yoke, both are the same, coming from the same root. It's put in two together, mind and body put in together. It's not just, we cannot put two together just by in one posture only. We are beings, not only sitting beings. We are standing beings. We are walking beings. We are lying down and sleeping beings. So this movement is necessary also for us. Uh, in basically for us to function well, we need our balance, flexibility, blood circulation. What else, doctors? At least these three are very important, right? So that's why let us slowly stand up and just go into Kaya Gata Sati. That's contemplation on the body. So when I stood up, I broke one of my own rules. Because of that, I lost balance, right? So I should have stood up slowly, going into my toes, pressed knees on the floor, press my hands and lift my knees, then keep the hands just to get support, well, just on the floor, and then lift my back and slowly stand up. That will give me a better grounding, better stability. So just stand up and then just keep your feet just on hip distance. And please keep your hands down. Just for a moment, close your eyes and just watch from your toes, then the front of your foot, then the middle part, the arch of the foot, and the heels. Just go into the ankles. Just slowly walk up to the knees, and then walk up on your thighs, inner thighs, outer thighs, the back. Then go to your hip joints, groin area, lower abdomen, upper abdomen, rib cage, heart, lungs, and torso area, the shoulders, arms, armpits, elbows, forearms, hands, the fingers. Just think about all the joints that we passed, and then come back and walk up, neck, then the chin, lips, nose, cheeks, eyes, ears, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head, sides of the head, front of the head, forehead, eyebrows. Just feel all the sensations going on. Open your eyes. Just look down at your hands. Just think about everything that you did since you did this exercise last time. And then the clasp your fingers. Then take a long deep breath. Then open palms to the front. Take the hands up. Breathe in. Stretch with your shoulders and slowly release the hands, breathing out. Take a different finger first and do the same for the second time. Open palms to the front. Take the hands up, palms to ceiling, and breathing out, stretch the hands down. Close your eyes. Just feel all the sensations that are going on in your hands, shoulders, And then the fingers, fingertips, any heaviness or any heavy sensation anywhere. And open your eyes. Just keep the hands in front of you. Just hold it and then keep your eyes closed. Just feel how these hands are, and then just connect that experience with your breath. This, when you breathe in, what happens, what you feel in your hands, each hand. And slowly take your hands to your abdomen. It's just one on the belly button. Just start feeling what happens when you breathe in, breathe out. If you can, keep your eyes closed or half closed. Breathe in. Rising, 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 rising. The abdomen. Breathing out, 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 out. Falling, 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 falling. Rising, rising, rising. Falling, falling, falling. What happens in the chest? Just observe. Not only the chest, the shoulders, anything that happens in the body when you breathe in, breathe out. Just pay attention to even the way that your clothes touch your body when you breathe in and breathe out. Slowly take both hands, just one over the other, just at the belly button. Slowly open your eyes, release your hands. Just take your shoulders all lifted towards the earlobes, and lift your heels if you can a little bit, and then just keep the breath breathing in, and then breathe out, just release. Second time. Third time. Keep the knees unlocked. Then take the hands to the front. Just start breathing in. Take the hands stretch and hands up. And then start breathing out. Hands down. 2 more times. This time, just take something like collecting that something on the ground and then holding it, take up and then release again, breathing in, breathing out. Always do 3 times each exercise. And keep your hands on the back. Just if you want, just keep the fists on the center of your back, just above the just hip joints on the spinal cord, and then just release, just to get an idea about it, and then just keep the palms on the back comfortably as you wish, and just sway a little bit to each sides, and then the first to the right, and then open the front, and then just make circles. 3 on one side and 3 on the other side. And start just slide down your hands on your limbs down. Breathe out slowly. Wherever you are, you don't have to go down, or if it is too much, if you have any blood pressure issues, don't go too much forward. Don't keep your head down. If not, you can go down, bend your knees and touch the floor. And walk the hands to right and to the left. And slowly take the hands, just place on just above the knees, and then slightly bend your knees, and then slowly straighten the knees and come back, come up, and stand up, and keep the left toes on the floor, and then make the circles, just little exercise, and just do that. Just see where the certain sensations going on. Just focus on your attentions in the toes, and always 3 times on each side. And then stand up, unlock knees, close your eyes, and just pay attention to the sensations. And then open your eyes, start breathing in, curve the shoulders towards the front, start breathing out, open. 2 more times. Close the shoulders, the hands, open the hands. Take the hands up, keep the palms together, look up, slight back bend, and then again straighten the body, then hands to chest. Do it 2 more times. This time take the hands up, right hand down, walk the right hand on the back, drop the left hand on the back of your head. Just keep, don't push too hard, just keep wherever you are. This is not for anyone else, this is for you, yourself. Don't push too hard, don't push it too much to imitate anyone else, including me. And then the release, the left hand, right hand, just stretch. Look at the left hand. Just think that how right hand down and left hand up, and then take the left hand onto the right shoulder, right hand underneath the left, and give yourself a big hug. Just pause for a few seconds, and then open your left hand and just, if you can, wrap your forearms and take the hands together. And slowly release. Next, again, hands up. This time, left hand down. Walk the left hand up on the back, right hand dropped. If you can, hold on to the fingers, but don't push too hard. Just keep. It's as again, always, it's for you. It's how you are. And release. Right hand up, left hand down. Take the right hand to the left shoulder, left hand underneath the right. Then wrap the forearms. And release. If you can keep the, well, just hold the elbows if you can, or forearms on the back. If you can do, just take the hands on the just back on the spinal cord. It's like reverse palms together. Open anyway, whatever the way that you keep your hands, open your chest. And slowly release. Just close your eyes, hands down, hands released. Just start watching the hair. Just your hair, long or short, visible or invisible, on the skin or below the skin. Then walk your mind on every part of the body where you have body hair. Then to your nails, fingernails, toenails, each hand, each foot. Teeth, then the whole skin. Skin, teeth, fingernails, toenails, body hair, just do it as according to ascending order, descending order. Hair, body hair, fingernails, toenails, teeth, skin, flesh in the body, any area, all the areas, veins, sinews, bones, skull to the toes, if you can go beyond all the others, just walk and come back. When you come back to your hair, slowly just start paying attention to your breath, breathing in, breathing out, breathing out, breathing out, standing, 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 breathing in, breathing out, breathing out, breathing out, standing, 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 standing. slowly open your eyes. Just pay attention to your complete standing posture and turn and slowly walk to your meditation cushion and slowly sit down. When we sit down, we will start with our loving kindness meditation as we did yesterday. After that, just continue to meditate, keeping earlier what we shared about that ant hill with 6 entrances, and just watch any object that attracts the attention of each sense, and then you watch it. But we keep our attention on the breath. In breath, out breath, in breath, out breath. Whatever that comes to the mind that you watch as mind. This is after loving kindness meditation. I will just read, just verbalize what all of you will mentally keep. Then mentally you will have those thoughts. That then after that, go into the breath and watching any sensory experience. May I be free from hate, anger, enmity, ill will. May I be free from any illness. May I be free from any trouble. May no harm come to me. May I be well and happy. May my loved ones be free from hate, anger, enmity, ill will. May they be free from any illness. May they be free from any trouble. May no harm come to them. May they be well and happy. May all who are not known to me be free from hate, anger, enmity, ill will. May they be free from any illness. May they be free from any trouble. May no harm come to them. May they be well and happy. May all unfriendly ones be free from hate, anger, enmity, ill will. May they be free from any illness. May they be free from any trouble. May no harm come to them. May they be well and happy. May all beings be well and happy. May all who are sitting with me in this hall be free from hate, anger, enmity, ill will. May they be free from any illness. May they be free from any trouble. May no harm come to them. May they be well and happy. May all who are in this temple may all who are in this neighborhood, in this city, neighboring cities, in this county, neighboring counties, in this state, neighboring states, in whole country, neighboring countries, in the continent, other continents, in the whole world. May all beings be free from hate, anger, enmity, ill will. May they be free from any illness. May they be free from any trouble. May no harm come to them. May they be well and happy. May all beings be well and happy. May all beings be well and happy. If you are new to meditation or would like to just any way you want to follow, just count your each breath, breathing in, out as one, and then breathing in, out as two. Just go to the ascending order up to 10 and come back from 10 to 1 and then 1 to 10. Dukkhappattāca nidukkha bhayappattāca nibbhaya sokappattāca nissoka hontu sabbe pipanino. May all who suffer be free from suffering. May all who have fear be free from fear. May all who are in sorrow be free from sorrow. Sammitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. May all obstacles be away from your path. May all ailments cease. May no danger come to you. May you have a happy and long life. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Take the palms together, brush your, just to create some warmth. And then just you take that to your eyes and close the eyes with the palms, and then just roll the eyes up and down, sides, and then take that palms to your ears, and then do a little massage on your shoulder blades and then on the back. So that's well, in few weeks when you meditate, then you will see the use of that, because in the cold weather it is very useful this way. Then hold the knees, keep the hands, then holding the knees is like a tripod for a moment, a breath or two. And start breathing in, breathing out. Just turn to your right, hold the right knee, take the left hand on the back. And the other side. I just do the mirror of you. Turn the head. And slowly take the knees in first and then stretch the legs. And just move your just ankles, and just let the blood flow go back to the normal way. Now we are getting closer to 11, and the next part will the dana and all that, the traditional our meals, and also other religious observances. But just to conclude the morning session, that let us just think about all who have helped to bring this retreat together, with the leadership of Venerable Vajrabuddhi and all the Sangha members here, and also sponsorship of Dr. Ajit and Ms. Shamali, and then Shara, and Also during this rainy season retreat, the main sponsor, uh, Mr. Javadana, and all others who are sponsoring Dana today. And we dedicate these merits for the well-being of all who have supported us in gratitude for this great gift. And also may their departed relatives and also our departed relatives and friends share these merits. If they lack anything, may they gain those. If they have anything, may they enhance all, and may they be well and happy. With that wish, say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May all guardian angels and deities share these merits, enhance all riches in their lives, bless us, protect us, including the Sangha members in the temple and also in this place of worship. And may they help for you, for all of us to develop materially as well as spiritually this place. And may they bless us for peace, prosperity and happiness. Sadhu, 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 sadhu. May all wholesome actions be part of our journey to end suffering and attain liberation. With that wish, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you.